I'm calling it Destrudo Cyberdark, and that's a pretty fitting name for it. I am still testing it out a little bit. We're going to call this one V1 because I do want to work through this deck and actually make it better than what it is right now. I'm also going to re-sleeve it from light blue into black later. So yeah. Anyway, of course, Cyberdarks are a really cool deck. I'm a giant fan of Zane from the anime, so whenever Cyberdarks got a whole bunch of new support, I knew I had to pick it up and play it. That's one of the main reasons I liked Cyberdragon so much back when I played that deck. Of course, now if you've seen my Cyberdragon deck profile, I actually don't care for that deck all that much. But I do really enjoy playing Cyberdarks. So let's just move some stuff away, as we always do. And actually I edited this deck like 10 seconds before this video started, so it's a little wonky. But anyway, I'm running 3 Cyberdark Edge because I like him. I think he's one of the better ones. 3 Cyberdark Horn, again, for the same reasons. And, oh, that's the not hollow one. I want to put the hollow one up front. 3 Cyberdark Kill. I should bump all these guys down to 2. I think that would be better. But currently, right now, I'm running all of them at 4. I don't think that's terrible, but these guys will... I think running Keel, the bad one, I know Edge is really good because he can attack directly. Horn does the 300 damage and Keel does... No, Horn does piercing and Keel does 300, right? Yeah, Keel does 300, he does piercing. So I think this one's probably the worst one out of the group. They're all kind of lackluster. But anyway, all Cyberdarks have the same effect of when they're normal summoned, you can equip a level 3 dragon to them, which sounds terrible and made them generally one of the worst archetypes in the game for a really long time. But alongside these machine Cyberdarks, we also got some of the new support, which is the Dragon Cyberdarks. I'm so glad they were just rares instead of like supers or something. 3 Cyberdark Cannon. This is a dragon. This is one of the Cyberdark Dragons, and what it is a level 3 Dark Dragon, of course. And what it can do is you can discard it from your hand to search one of the machine Cyberdarks, so like Edge, and then while it's equipped, if the equipped monster battles, you can send 1 card from your main deck to the graveyard. Then if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard while it was equipped, you draw 1 card. So Cyberdark Cannon's pretty good, in my opinion. He's definitely the better dragon out of the 2. The other one we have, most people probably know this one, this is Cyberdark Claw. This is the other dark dragon for Cyberdarks. So anyway, what Cyberdark Claw does is whenever he's equipped to a monster, you can pitch him and search a Cyberdark spell or trap. They don't have any traps. Anyway, then what you can do is while he's equipped, if the equipped monster battles, you can send a card from your extra deck to the graveyard, so that's pretty neat. And then if he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add a Cyberdark from your grave back to your hand, except this one. So that's cool. 1600 attack on both of them because the Cyberdarks gain attack. The machine ones gain attack based on the dragon equipped. So 800 plus 16 is 24. So that's pretty good. Turns most of the level 4 Cyberdarks into pretty decent beat sticks. So yeah, especially when like this one can swing directly and stuff. Anyway, we have the non-Cyberdark monsters. This one's the honorary Cyberdark. When I first saw this card, I was like, that's a Cyberdark monster. What are you talking about? This is Leng Leng. A lot of people know this card. This comes out of either Code of the Duelist or Circuit Break. What it is a Dragon Union, and it turns the original attack of a monster it's equipped to 1000. So instead, and it has 1500 attack. So it turns any Cyberdark. So if a Cyberdark equips this by its own effect, the Cyberdark goes to 2500. Then it allows the equipped monster to attack twice. So that's pretty good. But you never want to equip this from the field onto a Cyberdark, or else it will make the Cyberdark into a 1000. So that's pretty bad. But if you equip it off its own effect, if you equip this card to a Cyberdark off its own effect, it's pretty good. And there's plenty of ways to get this in the graveyard instead of in and out of your hand, which is really good because you don't want this in your hand. And of course, it is a dark level 3 dragon, which is why it has so much synergy with the deck. 1 copy of Monster Reborn. And then we, of course, have the Destrudo engine, which is 2 Destrudo, 1 Darkworm. I think I like this in Cyberdarks. I think that this works, and there's a lot of reasons why I think it works, but mostly it's just because Dark Dragon, blah, 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 I send it to there's a lot of graveyard sending, so it's really easy to get Destrudo back in the graveyard, and While your life point, and especially really easy to get this, and I think that's the big deal with this deck, is that these are able to go to the graveyard so easily in this deck. So that's why I play it. That's it for the monster lineup. Now, I think it is actually a bit monster heavy. It was a lot more monster heavy before I edited it a little bit in this video. But yeah, so we're going to do the spell lineup. There are no traps in this deck. This is a trap-free deck, no trap zone. So yeah, let's go right into the spells. Of course, the first one we run is their new field spell. This is Cyberdark Inferno. This lets you, let's zoom in a little bit. What this does is, has really good artwork. It makes all your Cyberdarks untargetable by spells and traps. Then I also know that when it's destroyed on the field, you search a fusion spell card. And then once per turn, you can target a Cyberdark on your field, return it to the hand, and immediately normal summon another Cyberdark. So that's really cool. It lets you basically recycle your equipped guys. Zoom back out a little bit. There we go. That's a good. The next one we run is 2 Dragon Ravine. Again, this is just to send stuff to the graveyard. So yeah, that's for the field spells. We run 3 Allure of Darkness. It's a dark deck. There's no reason not to be running 3 Allures. This one's kind of weird. 2 Terraforming. I know that Terraforming isn't super great in this deck, especially since you can pitch the one guy to search the field spell. So this could probably come out for Solemns. Then we run 1 Future Fusion because graveyard. 1 Dragon Shrine. This is actually really bad. 1 Dragon Shrine. This isn't as bad, but I took out a card that this synergized with, and so it's kind of worse. Machine Dupe. Same philosophy. I took out the card that this works with, and I forgot that I left this in here. So this should also be Solemn. This should be Solemn. Like, this should definitely be a Solemn. If I had the Solemn on me right now, I'd swap it out. Or I guess it could be Regeki. 2 Overload Fusion. This card is amazing in this deck. This is so good. 1 Dark Hole, because Dark Hole is good. And lastly, 2 Twin Twisters for the back row removal. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. I definitely think that this deck is garbage. At least now that I look at some of this stuff, I'm like, oh, some of these are literally dead draws. Yeah, anyway, let's go into the extra deck. So we run a bunch of fusion monsters. We run some synchro monsters and a couple Xyz monsters along with the 1 link. So the first card we run, 1 Cyberdarkness Dragon. This should be at 2, but I only have the 1. 1 Cyberdark Dragon. This should be at 1. But yeah, both of these are just their boss monsters. This one isn't as good as this one because this one... Oh no, they're both machines. But yeah, you basically overload fuse into either of them. And this one gains 100 attack for every card in your graveyard. This one equips a machine or dragon. This one only equips a dragon. But this one equips a machine or dragon and gains attack based off that. And it has 2,000 attack. So it has a... It's just a better version of this one. It just requires It just requires 5 Cyberdarks. But yeah. 1 Cyber End Dragon. This is now just to send to the graveyard. 1 Chimera Tech Fortress. You know what? This doesn't even work in the deck. That doesn't work in the deck anymore. Don't use that card. 1 Cyber End Dragon, because I can justify it. This card is really good. 2 Elder Entity and Tisk. So what this does is, what you do with this is you send this to the graveyard off of, who is it? Claw, and then you get a Papa card, because it was sent to the graveyard. So yeah, that's what makes Natis in this deck really good. Predaplant Chimera Rafflesia. I'm pretty sure the reason we run this is so that way you ditch it again off of Claw, and then you get to search... What is it called? You search Overload Fusion. Yeah. And it's just faster, just a faster way to do that. But yeah, there's Chimera Rafflesia. Really vibrant card in the viewfinder, like super bright. I'm running these just because they're targets. 2 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It's whatever. But that's it for the fusion monsters. Swoop. Then I'm running 1 Ancient Fairy for the Destrudo. 1 Shooting Quasar to equip to, you equip it to this guy. And then, what's really cool is, so if you use this guy's effect, because he can negate stuff by detaching a equipped monster from a Cyberdark. So say he's equipped with this, you detach this from the equip zone, and then you get a special summon, this. I think. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, right? Yeah. If this card leaves the field, you can special summon 1 Shooting Star Dragon from your extra. So yeah, so then you flop Shooting Star down. At least that's the philosophy. It doesn't always, you basically have to wait for him to die. But yeah, that's why we run Shooting Star. They're both good on their own, but basically he's a beat stick once he hits the field 33, so yeah. That's it for the synchros. For our XCs we run, Gear Gigant X because this is a machine deck and we can make rank 4s, and one Tsukiyomi because sometimes dead hands. And for our Link Monster, I'm just going to put him here, Decode. Of course, who else would it be? I guess you could run the Dragon one. You could run the Dragon Link Monster in this if you really wanted to, the Herratic one. Or like, that's really the only one I can think of because this is a dark deck and dark decks aren't being supported right now. But yeah, that's it for the extra deck. And overall, I think Cyberdarks definitely aren't the greatest deck. You know, like Cyberdarks have never been the most amazing thing. They've never been, especially like what they used to be. They used to be terrible. But I think with this new support, which all they really got was searchers, so, you know, the cards don't really do anything. But I definitely think with Lang Lang, with Allure of Darkness, and the way that the equip dragons work with the deck, I think, like, they do stuff. To a degree. They do stuff when equipped, and that's what they needed, I think. I think they needed equipped monsters that did stuff. So I think Cyberdarks got what they needed. They got their field spell, which doesn't do a whole lot for them. They're not reliant on it, but they can use it. I think what they would need is a better Cyberdark Impact to help them, if anyone remembers that card. But yeah, overall, I really do enjoy this deck. I think it's a really interesting and unique deck to a degree. Tell me your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.